would be a conversation between Elikia and Cornelia.
Oh.
Someone's been called to the principal's office. We're not sure which way.
Within a day or two of the last message that any of you ever heard from Andrew again. That was the last time any of you in your life heard from him.
Oh, dang.
Wow, okay, that's been extended.
Ghosted?
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Evidently.
Oh yeah, you left before the end.
Yes.
He went off
Okay.
doing his own thing.
Yeah, Andrew
James?
called up specifically Mishri and said, I'm going on a shadow hunt. I'm very afraid. Would you come with me? And Mishri said, of course I will support you, but I have to talk to my father. The father had just gotten home from Costco and had bought a 32-ounce can of Nope.
Only 32. I didn't know they came that small.
Exactly.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
It was in a large set. By the time the conversation was over, Andrew had no outstanding evidence that there was a shadow, and so
He went alone.
he said, "I'll go find information.
I'll get back to you when I got it.
I'll get back to you when I got it."
And
You never
heard
get-
from him again.
And you never heard from Andrew again.
We get to hear back from him.
Wow.
We get to hear how his story goes. But the
Well,
characters
As the
don't.
players?
As the players.
The players,
He doesn't.
but the characters,
Not yet.
He's like, no, you don't.
yeah. But
That's
the
so rough.
characters,
That's horrible.
never heard from him again.
Oh, well, yeah, so, guilt nightmares over here.
Right.
But we're only a couple days after that, so.
Yeah.
You don't know that you're never going to hear from
No,
him.
you don't. You don't.
Never is a long time.
As
Beauty
time
about-
goes on.
Yeah, the beauty about time is you eventually forget that you were going to ever hear from him.
Oh, no, you don't.
No.
Maybe in that day and age, when you're like, perhaps all the letters were lost in the mail. He went to a farm upstate and they have no mail.
And he's
Be
lost to go to
safe.
the call using his
My
hand.
Be
last
safe,
words to
Andrew.
him were, keep me in the loop.
Well,
My last words to
my
him
friend's
were
not dead.
were be safe, make good choices. Or whatever.
My last words.
And he gave me
Whatever.
and he gave me the realmish equivalent of a thumbs up. How dare.
Oops. Anyway, so.
So, a couple of days went by, and no Andrew updates. I don't know when it was that any of you said, "Oh, there's an easy way to solve this," and called him.
That was Olivia's plan, to call him every couple of days after that last conversation. So that is what is going to be prompting her going to see Cornelia.
Boo-doo beep. We're sorry. The halo that you have requested is not available at this time. Please check to see whether or not you have dialed correctly.
Oh.
Yeah, your call cannot be completed as dialed. And
Okay, so can you hear me?
yes,
Okay, so what I was saying is she had tried multiple times to call him, and when she does not get through to him, that's why she's going to see Cornelia.
Here I am.
Okay, I'm assuming can find you at your house.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I come and find you in the afternoon after classes.
Hi. Welcome. Come in. You want some tea?
Oh, sure, that sounds nice, thank you. So we get our tea and we sit down. Cornelia, have you talked with Andrew recently?
The last time I talked to Andrew was when I was in Tamarin, or when I was here and he was in Tamarin.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was back what month was that? Hunter's Moon? Hunter's Moon.
It has been a little while.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Because he called me a couple of days ago after he finished a job for the Centurion, and he asked me if I knew anyone that could deal with shadows or who I would call. And not really thinking, I gave him Mishri's name. So he called her. That then led to him asking her to help him take care of a shadow he thought might be out in the east that was behind Legion Arms. And basically, Mishri pulled in Gabriel, and Gabriel asked Andrew for evidence, and Andrew basically said, I don't have it, but it's gonna kill me to get it, so you have to come with me so I can go get it. And, you know Andrew, the way that he is convinced that he's gotta go do something, but we don't see his train of thought. So Gabriel said no. Yeah, and Andrew was very short with us and pretty much said, okay, thanks for signing my death warrant, I'm gonna go find a shadow.
That's pretty much. So Andrew. Okay.
Yeah, but now it's been multiple days and his halo is not connected anymore and working.
That's smart.
Yes, the challenge is it means we can't check if he's okay. And we tried to talk him out of it, but you know how he is. He was gonna go do it, no matter what. But I guess there isn't anything we can do. But I worked with Andrew for 2 years. And so he's somebody I know and care about as a friend, and I felt like at least one of his other friends should know that he's missing. In case you do happen to hear from him, or hear something about him. You do have better connections than a lot of us, so I didn't know if maybe you would.
You thought maybe I should reach out to people and try to find him?
That you might hear from people of something that's going on with him more likely than the rest of us.
Okay. I'll let you know if that happens.
But the other thing that I was thinking of as I was listening to Andrew talk, I suddenly realized something because of something that you had said. I invited you to church. I tried at times to talk to you about the things of the Lord. I worked with Andrew for 2 years and I never asked him about it. And I don't know why. And now as I'm listening to the way that he's talking, I'm really scared that he does not know the gospel and is really just trusting in himself, and that makes what he's doing so much scarier. Did you ever get a chance to talk to him?
I had the chance and I bungled it. So I called Andrew, and actually the last time I talked to him, I think I was trying to share the gospel with him, and it didn't go super well, which is more my fault than anything else.
You shouldn't blame yourself, Cornelia. It's honestly really hard, and if somebody's really resistant, that's not your fault.
Yeah, no, I don't blame myself for that. It's not. I knew it wasn't up to me to convince him or anything, but it would have been nice to, get to Jesus at some point in the conversation. So I guess that's just to say your fears are valid.
Then maybe we can both more specifically pray for both of those things for him.
Yeah.
Sorry, the children have.
It's Morgan. Morgan's climbing on things and knocking them over.
Morgan is a well-behaved feline. How dare you speak such slander?
So he's doing it on purpose.
We released the lump rats.
Maybe the house is haunted.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't observed anything weird.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I did talk to Timaeus right after I talked to Andrew. I don't know if Timaeus might have talked with Andrew either. I know they spent a little time together.
When they went to Tamarin with Carolyn?
Yeah. But it sounded like a pretty busy trip, so.
Yeah, I think a lot of Andrew's mind was elsewhere at that whole time period in Cameron, from what I can tell. Probably wasn't the best time. But how are you doing, Cornelia?
I'm doing really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is good. Life is hard, but life is good.
That's good.
How are you?
I'm all right. A lot of things seem to be changing, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. So, I know you and I kind of had a bit of a break in our relationship for a time over some of after you got your gift. And I know we tried to work through some of that, but it did change our relationship. And I don't know what you've done with it since then. But if you ever want to come to the garden again with me and practice anything, I would love to spend more time with you.
That would be awesome. I'd love that. Out of character question. Is the garden visible from the outside? Are there windows that look over the garden? Like,
Simply put, no.
okay, great. Sounds perfect.
That's why we've been going there.
Yeah. Unless you're willing to climb on top of, there's a whole bunch of parkour you can do to try to get into the garden. It won't fail.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
Oh.
Perfect. I would love that, Elikia.
It's kind of been my safe haven for a couple of years now, pretty much ever since the Chimera kept trying to attack me, and I found that was the only place that it wouldn't go. Yeah. So It's been where I've practiced with Nimue and Matthew before he left, and Yana. So whatever group ends up still being there now, you would be very welcome. And
Thank you. Is there like a group that meets there?
sometimes we've been more scattered over the summer and then into this year, so we haven't really been doing it. Matthew was really kind of our leader organizer once he went to the war. It hasn't been as consistent. So I know it would not be something you probably would want to go to when other people are there. But even if you just wanted to watch, you might be able to observe things. They don't have to know what you can see. So it's up to you, but it would be nice to feel like we're building a little bit more of our community back again.
That sounds great. When's a good time? She pulls out her calendar.
Well, I normally go between my clubs and Munchin, so or sometimes between or around. I think it's dinner. Is dinner the middle meal?
Dinner, yeah.
Dinner, yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes I don't spend as much time eating, and I go then. Once it gets if it gets warmer and lighter, we can go later in the evening too. Although it's warmer in there than it is out here, so.
Climate change.
So pick your days based on your clubs.
I'm not sure what clubs I'm in at this point.
Roundabout way of us finding time for
Yes.
Cornelia and Elikia to be in the garden.
Yes.
When we don't have clubs, we don't have teacher aiding or any of that, we will find time. That is all I have to say, unless Cornelia wants to say anything else.
You're not on camera, so she cannot see your thumbs up.
I am on camera. Hug goodbye and very warm. Yeah.
Yay, that makes Elikia very happy. She gives you an extra big hug back.
Yeah.
So, more frequently now when she sees you.
Okay.
She knows you're more okay with it.
Yes.
I believe.
I have sent the signal. Okay with hugs.
I can absolutely see Elikia being like the big hugger of the group, and
Yes.
most of us are like, please. Please.
Yes, different people's levels of comfort, and therefore knows when it is appropriate to release. She had to learn this skill.